Well, the critical meeting would be the second one, because what we really appreciate of the meeting we had was to be this honest and frank discussion. But in the second meeting, it should be on the table facts, and let's say ideas and principles that should have changed till now, and till the day that we are going to have this meeting. So let's see what they are going to propose. If they have accepted that the Catalan issue should be only solved politically, we can understand another way to solve this issue politically than voting. So Mr. Sanchez, he didn't tell me what was his proposal. We are expecting to know what is going to be the proposal to resolve politically a matter that we agree that has to be resolved democratically and peacefully.
Of course, there are political leaders in prison awaiting trial. So I think it's fair to call them political prisoners.
Sure.
There are exiles. Now that the prisoners have been brought from jails in Madrid closer to the families around Barcelona, is there anything else you can do? Could you make their lives easier by putting them under house arrest or letting them out for day trips to see their families?
We can't do anything. It's the justice that has to act here. We can't accept the, let's say, delictas, the crimes, for they are persecuted. So for us, our colleagues, politicians, democrats, politicians, honorables, politicians that only let the Catalan people to vote in a self-determination referendum, they should be at home, they should be free, they should be with their family, with their friends, they should be at the parliament. So for us, it's not a possibility to negotiate with nobody because we don't accept the reason why they are in prison. We can't accept that because they were acting democratically, and they are acting because we vote them to do that, you know. So in a certain way, all the voters of our political prisoners, we feel ourselves co-responsibles of what they did, and we think that we did what was correct, that was to let the Catalan people vote and decide by themselves what they wanted to be in the future. It's not in any case negotiable the situation of the political prisoners and the exiles for us.
The Supreme Court in Spain has stripped them of their seats. What difference will that make to the pro-independence movement within the Catalan Parliament?
Well, yes. Yesterday we received this news from the Supreme Court. We don't accept this sentence. This is something that the lawyers of the Parliament now, the Catalan Parliament, are studying. We don't want our political prisoners to resign because they did honorable their task, and we can't accept the resign at all. And probably this is a matter that should be discussed in the Parliament, in a session, in a very special session in the Parliament, because the what is questioning these sentences is the sovereignty of the parliament itself. So we can't accept that.
What would you like to see European leaders do?
We ask the European leaders to see the Catalan issue as an European issue, because it's not about the Catalans. It's about democracy, it's about human rights, it's about civil rights, it's about freedom of expression. It's much more than a political issue. I think that it's about the essence in itself of, let's say, the European heart or anima, soul, the European soul, you know, what make Europe great, the values of Europe is what is now in discuss in Catalonia. Let people decide what they wanted to do or not. Let people be free to defend a democratic project or not. Let people talk freely or not. Just an example, we have now a singer that is in exile in Switzerland just because he wrote a song about the King of Spain. And he has been obliged to go to exile, because if not, probably, well, no, sure, he now would be in jail. So now he's in Switzerland in exile, just for writing a song about the King of Spain. So this is what is happening in Spain now. And well, we think that this is absolutely intolerable, unbelievable in a democracy in the occidental Europe.
Among the exiles, of course, we have Clara Ponsatí.
Yes, here.
You're meeting later.
Our Clara.
Well, yeah, we've adopted her, yes.
Yes. but we want to re-adopt Clara with us again.
You're meeting her later today. What will you be saying to her?
Well, first of all, just to say, Clara, that we miss her a lot. We love Clara at least as much as you, the Scottish people. Thank you, Scottish people, for taking care of Clara. It's something that we never would be enough. Thank you, enough grateful of all the work that you did. We know that Clara is in good hands here in Scotland, but obviously we want Clara come back to his country, to Catalonia, to Barcelona. Clara is loved by all the Catalans because he's fighting for the values that I told you before. He's fighting for freedom of speech. He's fighting for human rights, and nobody, no Democrat can understand why Clara is in exile. And I tell you why. Do you know why Clara had to exile? Because he opened it. He gave the order to open the schools of Catalonia for being the place where the citizens of Catalonia could put the ballots in the boxes. So as a poll stations, we use the schools in Catalonia, as I think that in many places, probably here in Scotland as well. Okay, that's the reason why Clara has been persecuted and is, let's say, affronting or facing penas, sentences around 30 years of imprisonment. It's absolutely amazing. It's unbelievable that this could happen. And well, I'm here to say, Clara, the total solidarity of the government of Catalonia, that we are with her, that we will help her and that we miss her and we want her as soon as possible in Catalonia again.
Almost as famous as Clara is Carles Puigdemont, your friend and
Yes,
colleague.
and our president.
That's still your position, he is the president?
Yes, he is the president, because he's the legitimate president of Catalonia. He won the elections, he had the absolute majority of the chamber of the parliament to be elected as president of Catalonia, and only because the Spanish state, through the judicial power, stopped it, and later, you know, that we tried to elect another president of Catalonia in 4 occasions, and always each time Spain blocked it. Well, at the end, the president of Catalonia is the person who is talking to you, but you know, we have to be very careful here, very conscious of what has happened here, that Spain has blocked what the Catalans decide in elections that were, let's say, convocadas, were called. They were called by the Spanish state when they decided to go to the elections, and we won these elections, and we had the majority in the chamber to elect President Puigdemont. That's why we think and we believe, strongly believe, that President Puigdemont is the legitimate president of Catalonia, and we are working to make it real. So I usually to say that the happiest day of my political life would be when President Puigdemont would come to Catalonia and become again officially, legally, the president of Catalonia.
It's not going to happen anytime soon, though, is it?
Well, we'll see, because in our opinion, we are going to win all the extraditions in the 4 countries where we have exiles, here in Scotland, in Germany, in Switzerland, and in Belgium. And after that, after these 4 victories, how the justice in Spain will, let's say, argue that they have reason to have political prisoners in Spain, when in the other countries they are going to be free. 4 countries free, 1 in prison. Who has the problem? Spain or the other 4 countries? Who is just in the European justice? 4 countries that are deciding the same, or Spain? So again, we are putting Spain in front of the mirror of what is a country that gains still some let's say some ideas from the Franchise regime are still alive in Spain, where some is not still a real democratic country, Spain. That's the reason. That's why, and especially in the separation of powers between the legislative, the executive, and the judicial power, and we are seeing this thing every day. Every day, they stopped the suspension of the members of the parliament just because they wanted to take some time, because there was going to be the meeting with the president of Catalonia and the president of Spain, and one day after, you have this resolution. They use all these all the powers of the state, because we are not fighting against a government, we are fighting against the whole state of Spain, and they use all their powers to stop, to block, to conduct Catalonia or they are trying to conduct Catalonia for the paths that they want to put. But election after election, the independentist movement is winning. So this is showing as well that although Spain is trying to stop this movement, the people is there. The people is there, and the people is supporting the independence of Catalonia.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Greg, at your disposal.